Second issue is whether Mini could disallow Greg from building the billboard that was made under easement. Under Section 283 Sub 1 of the NLC, there are two types of easement, which is positive easement for dominant landowner and negative easement for servient landowner. According to Section 282 Sub 3 of NLC, the dominant land is where the easement is granted. The elements for easement is that there must exist servient land and dominant land. The element is that the dominant and servient landowner must be different person or bodies. The third element of easement is that the rights granted must be able to benefit and accommodate the dominant landowner as illustrated in the case of Bailey and Stephens. The last element is that the right capable of forming subject matter of easement, the rights granted must be definite and not too wide and vague, as illustrated in the case of. Next, there is two requirements under the statutory easement. In Section 294 of the National Land Code, there is a need for express consent of the servient landowner. The next statutory requirement is under Section 286 of the National Land Code, whereby registration of Form 17A or Form 17B would make the easement effective. In this station, Mini is the servient landowner, while Greg is the dominant landowner. Mini is the owner of the first layer of land from the public road, and the easement had been agreed on Mini's land, while Greg is the owner of the second layer and wants to use Mini's land for building the billboard. To the elements of easement stated in Re Ellenborough, firstly, Mini's land considered as servient land and Greg's land as dominant land, and they are different persons. And next, the right granted accommodate Greg because he can use the servient land as right of way to the main road and benefit because he can advertise his construction business, thus capable of forming subject matter of the easement. However, Greg was not allowed to build the billboard. The issue here is the easement already registered and recognised by the National Land Code. By having registered easement, the owner of land granting easement and the dominant landowner can use the right which is agreed on the easement. In this current situation, Greg have right to construct the billboard to promote his business. However, the business was not operated in the dominant land. Mini, as the servient landowner, could disallow Greg to build the billboard as it is not considered as object of their easement agreement. Conclusion: Mini can disallow Greg from building the billboard as the business wasn't carrying out in the dominant land and it was not an easement. Moving on to our findings, in the Lacuna MB Apple Marketing Limited, the right granted was an easement. As far as terminology is concerned, what matters is substance rather than form. Thus, the servient landowner could still use part of his land although there is an easement. In Greg's situation, he wanted to build the billboard to promote his business, but the business was carried out in another place. Thus, Mini can disallow Greg from doing that although the easement on that part had been registered. But Mini, as a servient landowner, has a right over her land. Greg cannot build the billboard because Mini can still make change on the easement.